All right. So, like I said, man, shout out to the Walfords for what they're doing. I admire what Charles is doing. I think it's a powerful thing, and I'm just glad he's not giving up. But like I said, that's all. I know that Christina will understand. Um, she has a big heart, and that's my only thing. They're good people. It's not their fault that they're in the predicament they're in. It's just that you have, sometimes you have to just go where God puts you, where He takes you, and where life takes you, and do the best you can. That's just life, and we all come from rough backgrounds, so we relate. We know that. Hold on. So yeah, like I said, um, any of the nonsense, any of the antics, I'm done talking about it on here because again, this is my public platform and my business and my livelihood. So there's no point. Um, I don't need to expose anything publicly. We all know what's going on. These people are making it blatantly obvious. Like I said, their corruption be the same thing every day. You know, for me, it's surprising in the first place how y'all come and how y'all talk because y'all just talk like mad fake, like it's never real. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't even take in that energy. I'm nothing but real. So if you speaking to me, my time is precious. Don't waste my time. You know what I mean? Like I don't play about my time. So like I said, we continue to win because we, utilize our time because we do things that make sense and get us somewhere. And all these folks, they're upset because they're just stuck with nothing and stuck with what they're stuck with. I mean, at the end of the day, we're progressing, we're making progress every day, we're moving forward no matter what. I mean, I'm like quantum leaping. I'm getting a lot done real quick. Like I said, to get to that much money that quick, that check's already almost to 83 bucks. And like I said, it's pretty much impossible to within 4 days try to get over, the $100 threshold, but we got to try. So I'm going to try my best, and that's all that I can do, So I'm gonna do the best that I can, and I hope that I'm able to accomplish it. I hope that I can get it done. I hope that it happens, and that's all we can pray for, man. You know what I mean? And it just would really help me, and that's what I was trying to do. It's a pretty much impossible feat to accomplish, and we're so close. We're pretty close. If I could hop over 90 by like tomorrow or something somehow, you know, then we'd have a chance. You know what I mean? But in 4 days, that's a lot to make on this platform in 4 days. It's just not designed like that. So I'm gonna do the best I can, and that's all I can do. You know what I mean? But I don't know if I'm gonna have to literally just walk and like film a video and upload a video every 5 seconds, tomorrow or something. I have no idea, but I'm gonna have to figure out something. And I might take the day off tomorrow even just to do that because like I'll film nature, I'll film whatever I can because at this point I just got to try something. I got to figure something out that can help me. You know what I mean? Because we got to make this happen, bro. I mean, we don't have a choice at this point. You know what I mean? So I'm really going to try. You're going to see me struggle to try. And if I get there, I get there. If I don't, it'll help me anyway, in the long run. But this is something I'm trying to do like for my survival. This is something I really need for me. You know what I mean? And I hope I'm able to do it, man. Because it would fix everything. It would get everything in rotation. I would gain a momentum. It would just give me what I need to where, okay, now I've got a groove going. And then we create and we just keep on with the momentum and we pick up momentum and speed and we start getting the income coming in, you know, gradually, instinctively. And then boom, bada bing, you've got this is already a business, but now you got momentum and rotation within your business. And now I got income coming in because these people don't want to do much in the public. They just sitting there. They all want to see me fail, right? And if I don't get to this goal, it doesn't mean I failed. I'm succeeding regardless, but I'm just saying they're not trying to see me win and they don't do anything for me. You know what I mean? It's just a bunch of people doing the same thing, talking to themselves. Like I said, the dude sent another like $2. I'll never see anything you say. You're just sending me money. Please continue. You know what I mean? Like I said, they don't listen too well either. Like it's quite funny. So, I mean, like I said, when you donate, if you want to talk the way that you speak and you want to talk about money, get your money up. You should be donating $20 at a time, bro. You should be donating $100 at a time. Realistically, real talk. Like there should be $100 in that PayPal. If not, I don't know what you sending anything for. Like real talk, you could do it. It's all good, but never gonna see a word you say. That's not how you use those platforms. Common sense. I don't need to explain you that, brother. See what I'm saying? So, like I said, when you got them so triggered and pressed that they keep doing that behavior, and it's been explained to them what that is. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna keep all that off my platform because this is my livelihood and my business. So my content's never going to be nothing. Like we're going to stay positive over here. It's nothing but positivity and love, and that's all. Like I said, all the conversations that people are trying to have, they're not having conversations, and they're conversations you have off the internet. Because they all know what it is. They all know reality. So, like I said, it is what it is. I run the streets. You feel me? Like I said, I don't know what's up with these little homies. I don't know why little homies are even talking. I mean, you can talk up a storm. It's not going to change anything. Could care less about little homies, homie. Real talk. But like I said, we run everything for real. We the top dogs. We the bosses, right? And I believe in God, and God is who does all this for me and brought me this far and built all this and with me and for me. It's just amazing, man. God is good. God is amazing, truly. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm not going to be on long. I'm probably just going to do a lap here real quick. But I just want to let people know I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to give it my all, and I'm going to do everything that I can. Here, we're going to play these games. I'm going to do everything I can, give it my all, give it my best, right? And I'm going to do what I need to do. You feel me? So it is what it is. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like I said, we do what we do every day, right? We do it right in front of all y'all, right in front of you folks, right? And it's just that simple. You know what I mean? Man, y'all really got to learn how to drive, bro. Straight up. Dude done winning a whole circle. Ain't doing nothing. Ain't talking about nothing. What's that? Right. What's that? Exactly. Going a whole circle and ain't talking about nothing. Ain't doing nothing. Like I said, their behavior be mad weird. Feel me? Put on their headlights as bright as they can and then drive in a circle. Ain't talking about nothing. Yeah. Keep being jealous, homie. Feel me? Like I said, it'd be all these folks. They all the same. All of them. They all in on it. And they ain't fooling nobody. Right? And none of y'all have no money. And you hear me talking right to you. See what I'm saying? Yeah. These folks ain't talking about nothing. None of them. None of them have ever succeeded. They ain't going to be successful. None of that. Feel me? Real talk. By the way, when cars park, they turn their lights off. They don't just leave their lights on. And you know what I mean? Like you don't high beam in front of someone and then pull around and then go and do a whole circle around. Like you don't do that, right? That's not normal. Exactly my point. Yeah, we got folks around here, like I said, and it was already said on the reading. The reading was even talking about like everything. It was talking about all that. It talked about all these people around here in this area. Like, yeah, I told you they all got a chip on their shoulder. Good. Yeah, and we're gonna keep on talking right in front of you. We're gonna keep on winning right in front of you. We're gonna keep on putting up with nothing right in front of you. Right, we balling out of control in front of y'all. For real, running a real business, making money as a man. All of them, they just got to be wage slaves. They got to drive around their cars on payments. Ain't talking about nothing. Real talk. None of them. Ain't none of these folks got money. Feel me? Thought I told you that we won't stop. Thought I told you that we won't stop. Billions in equity, mansion in the state, over 2,000 of jewelry. My own car lot, pay over $100 for it every month. I tell people how I feel. You see, I'm vocal. You see, I speak and I talk. These folks got nothing they can say, nothing to tell me. Feel me? That's all they ever going to do is antics. Right. While we out here winning and we run the streets. Feel me? Real talk. It'd be hilarious, homie. Like, straight up, bro. People just be funny as hell. It'd be funny, like, for real, bro. You know what I mean? And guess what? I'm going to do another lap. Real talk. Yeah, because all this, I run it. So like I said, at the end of the day, folks just be funny, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. Like everything that's done in the dark, it will come to light, man. And like I said, out here, like I said, like if y'all really study the truth, like I said, homeboy lost both jobs, got ran out the neighborhood. That's what happened, right? So everybody knows what it is. The truth is being publicly televised, and these folks be trying to do stuff like that because they think it's not on camera and stuff. Like, I'm gonna start recording everything on live stream, bro. You feel me? Like, you gotta understand, son. You just gotta make sense, man. You know what I mean? Like, if people feel some type of way, just say how you feel. You know what I mean? But that's not what folks do down here. Like I said, they just like all these internet people. They want to be, cowardly about how they feel and what they got going on. So they start doing weird antics and doing weird behaviors. Like when they drive, I told you everybody think they tough in their vehicle. So they'll do them weird antics. Man, that's all cute, but what is it accomplishing? Nothing. Nothing. You know what I mean? Like, however you feel, if you jealous, if you envious, if you feel some type of way, let it be known. You know what I mean? Because we gonna address every issue direct. You feel me? Like I said, like it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's the thing. I be doing my live streams. You got people doing weird antics in the road. All of them. They stay doing that stuff, bro. Like I said, like it's always something to try to make me uncomfortable or get me out of my equilibrium. Like, but it's never saying anything. They never say how they feel. Nothing. Like I'm just telling you the truth. Like people are straight cowards, man. You know what I mean? Like I could care less how you feel, bro. You don't know me. I don't know you. I'm a genius. Like I said, I own billions in equity, mansion, estate. My own car lot, pay over $100 for it every month. I own cars, and they're worth more than the buckets y'all pulling your antics in that you got on payments. You gotta understand. You know, that's the thing. People start doing antics, right? Because I'm a boss. That's what people in this society do with bosses. They start doing antics. You feel what I'm saying? They do antics, but they can't say how they feel. You see what I'm saying? It's straight cowardice, man. It ain't never been no different. Feel me? And like I said, with us, I'm very direct. So I'm gonna tell people how I feel. You feel me? When people like whatever they do, they little antics, that's what it's designed for. It's bait, and we don't take bait. You know what I mean? But like I go where I want. I'm always go where I want. I'm gonna walk where I want. I'm gonna move how I want. I'm gonna talk how I want. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. Believe that. Feel me? So like I said, I got so much power at this point too. It's absolutely crazy. And you folks just ain't moving like us. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my whole point. Like, usually I just be recording it, but I'm a live stream, so I can't, and I'm not putting it on live because when I record things, I use it for court purposes. It's for my records and my eyes only. Feel what I'm saying? But I be documenting stuff sometimes. You know what I mean? I don't even really see the point. Like I said, we already know what it is. We already know that everybody out here jealous. Like not everybody, but a lot of people. Some people cool. One homeboy he just gave me a bike today, a bicycle. He just gave me a bike. I didn't even tell you all that. And gave me two Razor scooters, the small ones. I don't know if I'm gonna keep them or not, but because certain like metals I just feel like reacting to. I have allergies and stuff from old things I went through physically, but I got to see how I deal with them. But I think I'm doing all right. But they're just little ones. They're not like electric or anything. They're just the ones you pedal. I'll try them out for fun, and I can maybe do a little video with it just for fun. Play around. But I don't know. We'll figure out something. But yeah, that's my whole thing. Like you got to understand. You got to understand the pecking order of reality. Like it's just like out here. You got to understand who's who. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing, bro. I've seen folks like that down here in the valley. Like they be like the nobody dudes, and they'll be trying to act like they tough and stuff. There used to be one that used to try to do that at clubs. You know what I mean? But then it's crazy because I always come back. Always, I always come back, and I always address that individual. It doesn't matter who it is. Like always, I always check and son everyone. And every time that I come back or whatever, like I'm just saying, all them folks they keep it shaking. Like wherever I'm at, they not around. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like people will use windows of opportunities to front an act. Like, listen, if you frustrated about something, that's a personal issue. I mean, you just, that's like a valley thing. You can't act like that with no grown man. And like I said, you can't play with people and then expect to control and dictate how they respond. You see my point? That's what folks don't get is like over here, we ain't scared of nothing. Like it's whatever. You feel me? Real talk. It's whatever. Whatever anybody on, like, cool. We match energies over here. See what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's what folks don't get is like people really be thinking that they on something and doing something. Well, then why are you so frustrated? You see what I'm saying? The fact is, Batman is the restoration. That's a fact. I'm the generational curse breaker. These folks don't get is I'm not just chosen. I was sent. I was sent here. And the buck stops with me, pal. Everything, all the trauma, everything. It all stops with me. It's what they told me. Like I said, I got God speaking to me. I got spirits, ancestors, everything speaking to me, through me, for me, everything. Feel me? What I'm doing is a huge deal. It's a huge movement. It's something nobody's ever done on this planet. And I'm freeing my people, you know? So at the end of the day, I just keep my eyes on God. I stay doing God's work, you know? But like I said, people know how I am. They know who I am, right? I don't back down to anyone. The thing is, you got to be smart. You know what I mean? I never back down to anyone on any issue, on anything. But at the same time, I don't take bait. And like I said, that's what these type of folks do. They try to bait. So they jealous of you. So like I said, they start doing weird things they know they're not supposed to be doing and saying weird things and asking weird questions they know they're not supposed to be asking. Like I said, it's all to get a reaction and it's never going to work. And when you do it, I just open my mouth and vocalize how I feel about you. See what I'm saying? I do that. I could talk all day. You feel me? Because, like I said, people ain't gonna do nothing about it. None of y'all. Nobody. You feel me? And that's the whole thing is people know reality. So nobody's playing with me. What do you mean? See what I'm saying? You got to be clear about your actions and intentions. I mean, it either is what it is or it ain't. You feel me? Like I said, all the people that went against me, like I said, look at homeboy, lost both jobs, got ran out the neighborhood. What? All these little homies who took bribes from the red triangles and did all these weird things, all of them lost. You know, like I said, I don't got time for y'all. I don't got time for your little answer. I don't got time for your distractions. That's all the devil. Feel me? Those are all people who they roll with Satan. Real talk. They all sold their soul. And they mad because they got no enjoyment. They empty. The world revolves around me. It ain't about money. You can go make your little money. See, that was the thing is I was analyzing that one dude when he was talking, and I'm like, yeah, you would work that job. Like you could tell you a narc. You can tell you're demonic in your eyes, bro. Feel me? You could tell, and that stuff is weak. Y'all ain't scary. I don't know why y'all think you playing with the bat. You not. Like ain't nothing more terrifying than the bat. Trust me. That's what folks don't get. Like that's what just be funny to me that folks still think like that it's an option to play around. Ain't nobody playing with me. You know what I mean? Our whole deal is anything that comes with my vicinity and my environment, my energy, need to be acting right, man. Straight up. I'm a grown man, bro. When I come through, respect me. You know what I mean? I don't care where I'm at, bro. That's the difference. You know what I mean? Like I said, you think people don't know what it is? People know what it is. People try to play slow. People try to act like they don't get it. Right? Because all these folks know what it is. But yeah, my homeboy, he hooked me up with a bike today. He just said the back wheel needs replacing. And then what else was it? Gave me two little scooters. Feel me? So yeah, like I said, gave me two little scooters, right? Um, them scooters are cool too. They're little small ones. They're just like metal, I guess. And man, they're cool. They're super cool. And then he gave me the little bike. It's just it needs a inner tube for the back tires. I could probably ask my homeboy. He might have one. I'm gonna tell him, yo, I got a little bike. Do you? Because that's kind of like the one he has. He got a little one like that. And guess what? The tires are thicker. Like my homeboy just gave it to me today. He stopped me when I was talking on here, and that's why I was like, hell yeah, I want it. And they gave it to me, so that was really nice of them. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Um, I just don't know how I'm going to get it, where it's operable and running. That's all. But I don't know. Like I said, we stay following the rules. We stay doing the right thing. We stay doing us. That's my whole thing. Just I'm not the type of dude that you bother. That's all. I'm not the type of dude that people run up on. I'm not the type of person that people can just ask me questions or no, I'm not that dude. I'm telling you right now, you already know. That's what these people do. They know about me. They know who I am. So what they do is they try to create bait. They try to start acting like they're playing. I mean, you're either playing or you're not. See, that's the thing that I keep telling all you folks. I mean, play the game. If you're going to play the game, play the game. If you're not going to play the game, then sit out and sit on the sidelines. But you can't, have one foot in the water and one foot out. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I just call y'all out. That's all I got to do is talk, tell you what it is. But the difference is y'all ain't used to somebody telling you right in front of your face. And I do. I don't care, bro. Like, I'll tell y'all what it is. What do you mean? Like, what? That's what they all do. They all run around. It's just like down here. They'll run around here and act like they got like more rights than me. In my country, that's the silliest thing I ever heard. How delusional is you folks? Like, this is my country, right? Like real talk. Like, and we push the issue every day. It's what I do for a living. This is why I do what I do. That's why when the little homies be talking to me, I'd be like, what are you talking to me for? Like my whole cause is against you. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you would have a job like that. Corruption. You know what I mean? I guarantee you they were talking like that individual was talking to the Red Triangle. Y'all be thinking you fooling somebody with these antics. Like, just like I say, like when you in a vehicle and you see pedestrians and you see people walking, you don't shine your high beams. You don't do circles around them. You don't pull up right behind them, right? That's common sense, right? Right? Yeah, exactly. See, we gonna point everything out and keep showing y'all that these people is on one, bro. They really bothered. They bothered by my success and they can't handle it. And I think it's funny, personally. As a matter of fact, I think it's hilarious. Feel me? I don't just think it's funny. I think it's hilarious because folks ain't about nothing, especially out here. What? It's funny as hell. So yeah, like I said, that's what they do. You know what I mean? That's what the Red Triangles did for years. Like they'll just sit there and be Karens and act like, oh, I got a problem with everything he do. You got a problem with my hairstyle. You got a problem with how I'm talking, right? And that's what they would do. They would try to bait, and then you respond and talk. I talk any way I want to talk. Like I said, we match energies. I do what I want to do. See what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. I should believe that. So like I said, every day, like I'm free. If I'm gonna go for a walk, I go for a walk. You think I owe y'all something? I don't owe none of you folks nothing. See what I'm saying? That's the difference. You know what I mean? I'm a public figure, homie. People, it's too public now, bro. People know what it is with me. You know what I'm saying? Like people already know who I am, how I get down, everything about me, bro. Like I'm telling you, it just is what it is. Like I don't play games, bro, at all. Especially about my respect. You know what I mean? So it's like, with me, I grew up on my block. I never let anybody mouth off to me slightly. I've been like that my entire life, and I'm living like that. So that's the difference. Like, you got so-called women all over social media. You got people all over the place. Tell themselves whatever, do whatever, pretend, think whatever, right? I don't care what y'all tell yourselves. It ain't real. I'll tell you that much. See what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? It is what it is. And see what I get confirmation of real quick, right? Like right now, that nonsense, like they weren't supposed to be doing that. They got no reason to do that. None. You know what I mean? Like I said, people is upset. Good. We glad y'all upset, and we gonna keep on winning right in front of you. You know what I mean? And see, my presence alone, it makes a statement. Just me walking out here makes a statement. Like everything I do is like an act of protest, an act of you know what. I love it. I love that I got folks so mad. I love that I make a career being me and everything my father raised me to be. Feel me? I got people swear up and down they whatever so-called feel some way about me, whatever. Right, you against a righteous man and God's son. But yet you still got to watch me, right? What you watching me for? See, all these people are walking contradictions, and they be mad hypocritical, but they don't want to talk about it. You see, that's why I don't be talking to you little homies. Like, for what? I try to be nice to fans. These people act like I'm supposed to watch my back. I don't care about none of y'all. Y'all can plot all day, tell yourself what you want, do whatever. You ain't doing nothing with me, bro. None of y'all. We run the streets, bro. You know how much power I have now? See, that's the thing. These folks, they depend on corrupt ties on corruption. They depend on sucking up and kissing up. That's what they depend on. Feel me? They depend on being cowards. They depend on who they know. You feel me? Us, I depend on myself and God. We just not built the same. We're not built the same. We ain't never been built the same. You know what I mean? So it's like, for me personally, like I said, that's the thing. Like, it's just like the Wafford said, like, every time that you building something, every time you going somewhere, the devil comes and he tries to mess it up. That's my thing. These folks will have no business. They got no business driving around me, approaching me, coming to talk to me, saying nothing to me. None. See, all you fools on the same team. You know what I mean? You on the side of the devil. Y'all folks want to act and pretend. Do it with somebody who ain't light years ahead of you, homie. Literally. The dude was talking to me today. I'm just sitting there looking at him like, dude, I'm busy. Like, what are you, like, why are you wasting my time? Like, why are you talking to me? Like, this isn't a talking, type of conflict. I mean, this is you're losing and you ain't going to do nothing about it. That's what time it is. You're not just losing. I mean, like I said, I own billions in equity buildings, mansion and estate, over 2,000 in jewelry, 530 on my wrist, got you pissed. Said, what? My own car lot to pay over $100 for it every month. Mineral rights, oil royalties. I'm in the middle of a stock settlement lawsuit for over 70,000 shares. That means thousands upon thousands of dollars got pumped into that stock. They got to get back to me. They got to pay me something. Christina's negotiated 6.8 million guaranteed. And y'all think I care about you folks in the valley? I laugh at the valley. I've always laughed at the valley. I'm just going to keep it real. I don't owe the valley nothing. I don't owe nobody nothing when I go walk out here. I don't owe nobody nothing in any of these neighborhoods or communities. I don't owe nobody nothing in the world. See, all I care about is handling my problems. You know what I mean? All I care about is, like, keeping my eyes open, as you can see, right? And paying attention to who's doing what. That's all I care about. I'm not here to be nice. I'm not here to fit in. I'm Batman. It never changes, bro. Don't get it twisted just because the suit ain't on. I don't gotta have the suit. Feel me? I'm always on the same energy, man. Feel me? Always on the same thing, and that's my whole point. Like, all these fools do out here is show me, oh, we're jealous. We feel some type of way. You feel me? And them antics, that ain't the first time. That's the thing that people don't get. Like, I probably got old recordings of that stuff too. I might have lost some of them, but like, it'd be the same people, and I'd be wondering, like, why is they driving like that? You get what I'm saying? Why is they doing that? And it's because they gang stalking. Like, they literally driving and venting their frustration through driving towards someone who doesn't even know who they are because they're jealous of me. It's the truth. You think majority of people around here don't have this channel already? Boy, you better rethink that. See, I'm not naive. I know folks is watching. I know folks is listening. See what I'm saying? So when I go for a walk, it's a little different. It's a little bit of a gangster walk because it's letting my presence be known and people is watching me and hearing what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? I got a real voice. I earned it. I didn't run to nobody for my voice. I don't need the government to give me permission to speak and be myself. I'm me. See, that's the difference. You see, like, I see folks right now, it's on social media. Like, folks, I don't know if it's in Brownsville, McAllen, having mad problems. They going back and forth with each other. Right. Y'all fools go back and forth with each other. You don't mess with Batman, though. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, well, you know better. Because you know reality. Because you know what's happened. They don't want to pretend. Right. Nah, you know better. You know who runs the streets. You know who's who. You know who to play with and who not to. Right. And that's reality. And as a man, that's my job. See, that's not me doing something wrong. And Karens wanted, because they want to project the insecurities, they want me to feel scared to be myself. I'm a grown man. That's what it's supposed to be. What? And if your man ain't feared, then you don't have a man. Might as well get a teddy bear. You see what I'm saying? I'm a man. I'm just like my dad. Everybody feared my dad. It ain't nothing new. You know, like some folks, they can't deal with it. They don't like our presence. So what? They ain't gonna do nothing about it. You're gonna have to put up with it. I mean, if you don't like it, you know, they can leave because we ain't going nowhere. I promise that. Feel me? And that's my whole deal. Like, you know what I mean? You can see the reality, you know, every day. You can see the energies. You can see what people want. You can see how people will not talk a certain way or say how they feel, you know? And like some things I may be taking the wrong way, some things it may just be, you know, things that are happening and it's not that, but I doubt it. I think most of the time I'm spot on because I'm always right. You see what I'm saying? So it's like for me, I just want to let all of you know I'm glad you jealous. You should be jealous. Like I set over 15 world records in a matter of months. I'm wealthy as hell. This is all real. I earned this. I work for every dime. I'm not a broke guy. I'm not a struggling guy. Look at me. I'm beautiful. I look better than Brad Pitt. I don't do some low tier career. What I do is respected, and it's one of the most respected career. It is the most respected career you can have. They just ain't paying me right. That's all. And like I said, I'm going hard as hell and making it where they gotta pay me. You feel me? Like I said, we gonna keep on pushing, man. That's all that matters is making the money right now. Once Christina get over here, we looking at potentially 30 to $50 million. You know, what's crazy to me is, you know, God always tells me I'm gonna give you back everything you lost and way more. I ain't worried about nothing. And what's crazy is I was smart enough to hold on to a lot of stuff, so I really ain't lose much. I didn't. I spent all the money. I didn't lose any money. I spent the money, had fun spending it, partied, and everything came together, you know? But I don't care about it. It's just, you know, I care about it on a surface level. Like, I would like to keep what I work for. That's all. I don't care about material stuff. Not at all. I care about God, man. You know, but God wants me to be blessed, man. I'm going to be blessed. There's nothing anyone in this world can do about my destiny or me being blessed or anything I'm doing. I hear something. What the hell is that? What the hell is that, Billy? But yeah, like I said, we just have fun, man. I try to have a positive, good attitude with everybody, man. It's just all these other people, they just be doing weird behaviors, man. And I'm just like, what's up? That's all. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and just put up with it and act like it's all good. It ain't all good, bro. It's mad weird. Like there's no need for it. You know, like I said, if people feel some way, just say how you feel, man. You ain't gotta do all this extra stuff, bro. Be a man or be a woman and buck up and, you know, face me and have a conversation. Say how you feel, bro. See, that's the problem with folks like the penguin that want to run to everyone else for their problems. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all want to talk to everybody else and run to other folks for your problems because you're weak. You handle your own problems. You're the one with the issue, right? All y'all got some kind of issue and not enough tissues. Feel me? Like I said, man, we had a great day, bro. I'm happy. I'm doing well. It is what it is. And like I said, I'm just trying to push, man. Like I said, if any of y'all can send super chat somehow through the shorts or whatever, please do. Let's try to get this money, man. That's all I can do. All right. I'll talk to you in a minute. Like I said, if you want to be successful, bro, you can't react to stuff, but you don't put up with nothing. And I just want people to learn from me. You're gonna see the way that I deal with beef or whatever with individuals, with people. It is what it is.